going on, everybody? How's everyone doing? Hope good. Always leave comments, subscribe, all that stuff. Um, so, recently, I feel that the beings are definitely back again. I can feel them. I can feel their energy. I can feel what they're telling me and passing along and all that. Um, like, apparently, who was it? Who did I just see? There's a comment that I just saw. Um, but they have the same exact information as me. So obviously, it's happening to other people too. And that is that for whatever reason, I guess this is what's going on. I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna make this easy. And I'm gonna put it in myth, but I'm gonna bring it into science. So, in myth, you got your angel Jophiel. You have um, Kali. You have who else? There's other ones too. There's a few angels that they're all their names mean the exact same thing, just they're said in different languages. And that is destructor. Um, and in the Ghostbusters movie, uh, the first one obviously, not the new one. Zul is the gatekeeper and is a basically a demigod that brings in the destructor you so choose. And what we've done, what we've done is okay. I've told you guys about the cesium in 137, and I've told you about the nuclear fallout. We've discussed all those things. Now what the Hydro Collider does is the exact opposite of that. Now the Hydro Collider, when operational, creates a it's an organic it's like a substance basically. A teaspoon is basically, I think they said 150 atom bombs. But the weird part is though it's antimatter, and what that is for every sun you'll have a black hole, right? So when a sun is created, a black hole is equally created, and they spin around each other. Okay. Um, the theory in that is that um, it's more or less a doorway. Let's just be honest here. Let's cut to the chase and just be real. What we've done now is create mini black holes throughout our um, firmament, as some people call it. A couple years ago, I remember getting emails from a few of my friends that were in the military saying that they were reading that a portal had opened up over Yemen, and that not the Somali pirates we were sending. We were not sending our navy for the Somali pirates. We were sending our navy for this portal that had just opened to basically greet the gods that were pouring out of this thing. Um, they're saying it was messing up the weather there. It was making people um, aggressive. So um, that brings us to, I guess, current day. What CERN has done is it's taken away our veil, or began to at least. Um, and what that is going to do is, okay, when you're messing with cesium 137, and I think it's called particle 233 or something like that. It's like one of the brand new periodic elements that they just came out with like a couple years ago, or maybe it might have been last year. Um, what this is anti-fission. It's creation. It's basically the other side of creation. Um, like when an atom splits, you have atoms and they're constantly moving around, right? Well, when they hit, when they split, chaos ensues basically. And what happens is, um, Hold on 1 second. What happens um, is creation. When Adam Smith, you're looking at creation. Um, there are scientists that admitted in the beginning, in the very beginning of Chernobyl, it was common knowledge that when the nuclear matter and the cesium and the air and dust particles, when all those things connected, people are in the know that apparently where the elephant's foot is, that a being began to walk, like sit up and walk. Um, it couldn't draw enough energy. Uh, you know, cells really. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about cells here. It was looking for creation. It needed to find the element of creation. And what this antimatter is going to do is take residual energy that we all leave residual energy. When you're in a breakup and you are trying to forget about somebody and you have all these emotions about it and you're distraught and then you're happy and then you go through the whole process of regaining everything that you used to be. You're leaving behind residual energies that we don't even understand as what we are. It's just what it is. I mean, residual energy is very, very it's a strong thing. We'll say it like that. For that to for this antimatter, in the beginning, what it's going to do is it's going to connect to the residual energy because it wants to know a form. Okay, and that form can be ancient. I mean, there are redwoods that are 500-year old or more. Um, we're talking like we're talking the creation stuff here. We're talking we're talking the beginning of something completely brand new to everything that we know. Um, with that, it's obvious that there is a there's a war above us going on right now. The Indian ones are the most recent ones to really, really show themselves. Now, last July they were really showing themselves too. I will go with that because the dream I had now that I told you guys about with me and my brother in uniforms, and I'll run it down with the green star in the sky and the red moon. That was no doubt them communicating with me. I get that now. That's no doubt. That's just what it was. They were giving me a heads up on what was about to occur, and I think that's pretty cool actually. Like they brought me to a place of understanding. I got to say, now in hindsight. But so these energies have become a beacon to what we know as the gods. Now, why Kali is here and Vishnu in America does not make sense to me. I don't get that. Maybe because of the I hate to say that. I really don't want to be a dick. Maybe because of the eating of the elites eating the fucking kids and shit. And the sacrifices and I mean obviously come on now, like the Connecticut shit that went down, don't even start. We know what that was. That was called open season, and that was called Pedestin the boys having a party. Let's be real here. You don't shut down a school. There were no bodies, no nothing. Nobody was allowed to go in there for 7 days. Let's not be stupid. Let's be real. Let's be honest with each other again. They needed them kids for sacrifice. Um, and it happened. Mm, 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 mm. I think that when the Bushes were in, I think that they wanted Babylon to be here, America. Um, because ancient Babylon is basically the mecca of all Earth, and it lives basically forever. No matter what, Babylon will always exist. It's the creation thing. But it seems that so we have the Indians, we have the Sumerians, and it's crazy. But I know people don't may not. Some people may not believe this, but there's come on, man. And there's clouds look like freaking dragons. Um, when Satan comes back in Revelation, what is he riding on? Hmm. A freaking dragon. Um, I believe that Kali also has a dragon too, though. But that doesn't. I can't listen to that. Like, there's a war, again. There's a war going on in heaven, in the heavens above us, and obviously, um, we're going to be part of a destruction, and we'll ascend into higher beings hopefully. Um, yeah, I don't even like begin to want to tell you guys like that this is occurring because it's freaky, it's fucked up to say the least, and I hate to curse, but there's no other way to say it. Um, we brought this on ourselves. Um, just like I always bring it back to the Ghostbusters one. Um, they shut down the grid, and the fallout spills into the air, and a chemical reaction is released into the atmosphere, which in turn has all the ghosts being more aggressive. They're being given life basically at the moment. Um, and then Zul comes in the pyramid, which is a gateway. The pyramid's a gateway. Um, they had it right. I have to say, they knew. Um, mm, mm. And then the Exorcist show. Gotta give them a little credit. The Vatican's little insight on how they went about showing us how the ritual practices are done. How when you have 12 murders in one night in Chicago, and then the bodies just end up, oh, they're closed caskets, all of them. Right, all of them are, okay, yeah, we got you. Basically, their insides were used as a host to create a demon. That's what it is, and this goes on. It'll continue to go on. Um, but that was on their part. They gave us that heads up, and then the Vatican being here, with the Pope and all that. That was a nice heads up. The last places they went was, what's it called, the Lucifer, the not kaleidoscope, the telescope over in Arizona. Like, seriously? Okay, gotcha. Nice. Except for the place that thing is kept is called Arizona State, where I was supposed to go to school and play football. That's why I know this, and I wanted to learn astronomy, um, or like follow up with astronomy. Anyway, um, they're the Sun Devils, and they call that their mascot is Sparky, the Sun Devil, with the pitchfork coming out of the sun. Obviously, that was a nice little wink at us when the Vatican was here. So, oh, and I need to run. Or it's not even running by you. I know that this is happening. It's 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 part of us now. Um, but that's it for me for now. And we'll talk later. I got plenty to talk about because these beings are really aggressive right now. They are really like, oh man, jeez Louise. But we'll talk.